tail script to their season. Now in the postseason, can Omaha steal the spotlight? Two teams with divergent momentum collide. Winner lives to swing another day. Welcome to the Derby City. This is League One volleyball quarterfinals. Omaha and Madison squaring off, the 6 and the 3 seed. The stars have arrived, including a couple of Olympians, Justine Wong-Orantes and Annie Drews Schumacher. Let's take you through the brackets and show you what's going on. Earlier today, Austin outlasted Salt Lake. They will play Atlanta. The winner of this one will face the 2nd seed, Houston, tomorrow. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside Kevin Wong, and this is the 5th matchup between these two teams. The first 4 split evenly. What's going to separate one from the other today?
Well, it's evenly split, but Omaha was the best team at the beginning of the year. They won the first 2. The hottest team at the end of the year is this Madison squad. They won the next 2. I think the big difference here tonight is the battle-tested Omaha team. Jordan Larson is the GOAT. Greatest of all time. Justine Wong-Orantes, the best libero in the gold medal winning performance in Tokyo.
Let's take a look at the lineup. Emily Thader in the middle, another big factor for them. She's long, tall, and changes what people want to do. On the outside for the other team, Jennifer Yanitska, a difference maker.
Yeah, putting up big stats specifically in the passing category. #1 in the entire league. She does it with range. She does it with chill and calm nerves. Not quite as athletic, not quite as aggressive offensively, but is very creative.
As we look at their lineup, Anna Stevenson Hall in the middle. Anna Hall, another just great crafty player, reads the game so well. And we're ready to serve. And who's going to be serving? Well, it is the greatest of all time, as you called her for sure. Jordan Larson. How many big matches has she played in her life? It's an Omaha team that has struggled as of late in terms of finishing things. But today, it's all about winner stays. First serve to Franklin. Get used to it. It's going to happen a lot. Set to Anna Hall, and she sneaks it down their side.
We talk about the struggles of Omaha of late, but remember, Madison had a lot of struggles at the beginning of the year as well. These are two teams that have gone through some dark spells.
For sure, Madison started the season 1-7. Wong-Orantes, perfect pass. Thader hits it. Take us through our Adidas scouting report, please.
So you're going to see a lot of Omaha serves towards Franklin, the phenom straight out of college at Wisconsin. How does she stand that test? Omaha, they've got 4 different outside hitters that can put up numbers. I have a feeling we'll see all 4 of them. And then we have 2 of the premier lefties on the right side.
Annie Drews Schumacher for Madison, and Kimberly Drevniak out of Germany. Maddie kubik-banks gets hands on that one.
Kubik-banks doing big things towards the latter part of the season. So Sammy Francis, right? Straight up, called up from the collegiate level to the pro level.
Unbelievable. Her first week in League One volleyball was finals week at Stanford. She turned her papers in on time. Jennifer Yanitska, we talked about her. What's special about her as a player?
Passing first and foremost. That's why she's out there. But she makes great decisions, right? She's not going to overpower you. She's not going to try to go over the top of you. She's going to work the corners. She's going to work the subtle shots.
Larson steps in front to free kubik-banks up to attack. Going at Larson.
Someone who will overpower you, overwhelm you. Annie Drews Schumacher. I do not know how she's able to have so much control with such a big arm swing.
It is, and it comes right out of her pocket. It's a little different than arm swings that we normally see. It comes low, a little harder to read. Going at kubik-banks. They want kubik-banks to handle as many balls first as they can. Put a little extra load on her. Sammy Francis makes the trip for the block.
And you can see Matt Furbringer, the coach, very happy with those two swings. First swing, not the perfect situation. Yuniska recycles, nice and patient. And then the second one, one-on-one, being a little bit more aggressive.
Keeping it on, kubik-banks. Attacking high hands, and she does. For Matt Furbringer, head coach of Madison, it was all about kind of withstanding the start to the season, right? It was very rough, and he was just patient through it.
At least that's what he said publicly.
Yes, exactly there. But they won 3 of their last 4 Madison has coming into this dime pass. Yuniska outside. And off the block, and this is what you're talking about, right? Perfect pass, and then just goes off the forearm of the block and out.
Yeah, and for Matt Furbringer, this is a team that had a lot of challenges, right? The injuries, Sarah Parsons out with a pregnancy at the beginning of the year, Danielle Hart injured, Claire Felix out all year long, Dali Santana tearing her ACL as well. This has been a trying year for this Madison team, but something that they've also taken to task and taken pride in the fact of how tough they've been able to be.
All of that work leading to this, and again, this is, it doesn't matter what your seed is coming in. You play well, peak at the right time, and you've got the first League One volleyball championship in your pocket. That's the thing about Schumacher, that far off, full swing. Drevniak, the other lefty, turns it just a little bit. It is wide. Susie Fritz, head coach of Omaha. She was a college coach at Kansas State. 18 NCAA tournament appearances. And lately she's been withstanding the storm with injuries. Franklin loves her angles. That one too sharp, just wide.
Right, and you think about some of the players here who might be a little overwhelmed by the situation. Franklin's got to be one. She's got such a pedigree collegiately, but this is another level.
And Sammy Francis, who just served, we talked about her. This is her 4th week playing professionally. She's still in college. So as I said, first one was finals, second one was spring break. Now she started a new quarter at Stanford and said, I promise I'll be back in class on Monday. Carlini going to deliver it back. Drevniak off the hands.
A lot of opposites in this league have had some slow times over the year. They've taken some matches off. Drevniak's been a workhorse.
Yep, no time off for her. Franklin attacks the hands, well played by Drevniak. And that's the thing about Jordan Larson, right? Just knows what to do and when.
And she also has an extra gear, right? Like, she's an athlete who knows herself. She knows her body. She knows how to time herself for the end of the marathon to still have a little kick left.
Emily Thader in the middle. Thank you very much.
Sarah Franklin should get nearly every serve here tonight.
Yes.
If Omaha has a chance to win, they got to break her serve reception. Yuniska's out there for passing. Medved's been doing amazing things.
Yuniska taking a little more room. Or take some pressure off of Franklin. There's a perfect example of it. Franklin does indeed get the touch.
When you have to pass, it affects your tempo, it affects your route, it affects your mentality. When you can let your teammate like Yuniska step in and you just go out and be 6'4" and with a great arm swing, that's dangerous.
Yeah, Franklin with certainly Olympic and national team aspirations. So she's got a lot of passing practice this season. That is just what she will need for that job.
Emily Thader on a team of underdogs. She might be the biggest underdog on her squad. Feels like she plays with a chip on her shoulder. Hasn't come from the biggest leagues.
No, she has been a lot of fun. I talked to her, and yeah, it's exactly that. She said, you know, I'm playing in France, not the biggest leagues. Paris last year in Germany. Those are where she's been playing, but boy, is she having fun in this league. And it's big. There's kubik-banks.
It's been a revelation towards the end of the season, right? It has brought a little bit more offense, brought some net play. Really good left side blocker as well.
Yeah, mentored by Jordan Larson quite a bit as they talked about it. Larson talking to her about making those decisions later as an outside hitter. And this can bring it. Franklin. Tape is kind when you hit it that hard.
Just the blend that Matt Furbringer's found at the end of the season, where you've got an OH2 like Yaniska who can take care of the little things, can be the better ball control player, and then your OH1, Sarah Franklin. Front row, back row, everywhere.
The 2023 NCAA National Player of the Year. Vader behind the setter, just as effective.
Played last year in France with Herrera, who was here at Omaha early in the year. She got injured. She's out for the season. One of a number of athletes.
Yep, another Olympian. Herrera from Argentina represented Argentina in the Olympics. 19 Olympians overall in League One volleyball for a variety of countries, including Bia Correa, who's in the middle for Madison right now. And Drew Schumacher.
And at the end of this play, Annie-Drew Schumacher, like some primal energy going on, right? She is a difference maker. She's been the best player in League One for the last 9 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, she made the decision to play pro this year after thinking she was going to retire. And she wants to be a part of every bit of it. She's been incredible. Off hands. Franklin trying to get there.
This Omaha team looks confident, right? Can you imagine you're lining up in the tunnel over there and you look, and right in front of you is Justine Wamarantes, right behind you is Jordan Larson. It's going to give you some confidence.
Here's our first break, and everywhere you look, there is just incredible talent. We're just getting going in quarterfinal number 2.
It all comes down to this moment. Every point was fought for. Every moment earned. And when the stakes are this high, anything can happen. We'll push the limits till the very end. Because champions know how to rise. This is the Love Finals.
League One volleyball is presented by Adidas. Famous Churchill Downs, not far from here. Tell us a little bit about Madison.
Starts with Annie-Drew Schumacher, second half MVP for sure. It's a group that really has taken pride in fighting through adversity. Lauren Carlini has been the rock, so consistent both sides of the ball. If there was weaknesses, mostly it's because of injury. The X factor is the young libero, Medved. She came on in the same last 9 matches that Annie-Drew Schumacher has turned it on. It's been a 1-2 punch. The right-sider in the back row.
I mean, look at the percentage. Look at the first 7 matches, 35 kills, and then 175 over the last 9. Franklin passing the ball as we expect. Kaboom! There goes Drew Schumacher.
What I did not expect about that, though, Franklin just passed that right in front of Medved. That, to me, either says one of two things. Either it's too easy a serve, or maybe we got to start looking at some other options.
Serve is long. And Maddie Kubik-Banks back to serve, brings Jordan Larson up front. Her Olympic teammate Lauren Carlini's front court across the way. Bia Correa pounds at it.
Did we get the touch? Yes, we did. Kimberly Derevnia.
This is Derevniak's best start in a while. Hitting good shots, hitting the hands.
She's got such variety, right? She can pound it, she can hit hands, she can turn down the line.
She's not in that upper lane expressway though, right? She's on the same roads as everybody else.
Right, in terms of jump height we're talking about.
Yeah.
Jordan Larson turning it off Carlini.
Yeah, you think about the athletes on the right side, there's some special ones.
First timeout called by Madison as they trail by 4. Go, 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 go.
Thank you to our partner sports teams. The official net.
Hey, we're passing incredible, okay? Let's really try. They're getting the balls off our block a lot right now, okay? So let's just be strong, solid over that net. But when we get these one-on opportunities, we gotta convert right now, okay? So they're leaving line most of the time on both sides. So come in facing that angle, and if you got it, it goes down, or you can throw the ball down that way. Okay, here we go.
Tip and slop. Matt Ferberger has been one of the early proponents throughout the year, and this Madison team, they didn't have big arms for a lot of this season, but they got through with some creativity, with some off-speed shots.
I tell you, it gave us some real things to look for. Is Omaha leaving line most of the time, and will Madison, after having that talk with Matt Ferberger, exploit it?
One of the great all-time blockers at Stanford University.
Drew Schumacher clubs it. It's well off for Drevniak, and she tags the sideline.
Big hug from Justine Wong-Arantes, because this was a signature play. Anything you can do, Annie, I can do better.
And 54 miles an hour of heat from Drevniak. Speaking of power, Sarah Franklin, she's been smiles, by the way, all season long. And that's important because they started on a lose streak. She was getting like 56 serves a match.
Yeah.
Just has faith it's coming together, and she knows if she wants to improve to be best level, she should say thank you every time they serve her. So far, we have seen Jordan Larson hit 4 times, each one completely different than the others.
4-time Olympian. She's got the silver, the bronze, the gold, and the bonus French silver.
There we go. We have gone around the dial. Sammy Francis serving. This is the long run for Annie Drew Schumacher. No touch. Point Madison.
It'll be the Love Center of the Year, Lauren Carlini, back to serve.
Lauren Carlini serving. She was just recently named League One Volleyball Setter of the Year. Drevniak is inside of the tip. Blasting away, Franklin.
It's mastery. You're not supposed to have that shot when you're that young, that inexperienced. Just high, flat, spatch off the hands.
Uh-oh. Turned it a little bit too much. You hate that when you have an overpass.
And Dykema gave her the old dipsy-do head fake. Sarah Franklin thought she was going to have to go against a blocker. Well, Dykema ducked out of the way, and now we're seeing for the first time in a few matches the dubs up from this Omaha team. This is what they did often at the early part of the season.
Yeah, and they did not have Lauren Stivrins available for the last several matches, so she's back in.
Looked good in warm-ups. She was taking some big swings. And what she brings is, she's a middle blocker, right, by trade. But what she brings is a lot of blocking in the front row and some creative options running the slide. Off of serve receive.
Yeah, 1 week before the season started, she found out she was going to be playing opposite, and she's loved it. See what I mean?
And that connection by Blossom, so fast, right? We're going to see the speed of the hit at the end, but how about the speed of the set?
Yeah, Gabby Blossom has, for me, the quickest touch of any setter I've seen. Going at Claire Chaussee, who was subbed in to do a little bit of passing for Franklin.
And I think it also buys Franklin a little time to rest, a little time to regain, but I think Chaussee going to be the target for sure as she comes in. Here's an interesting thing is with Chaussee and Stevenson Hall, they both played some collegiate matches here at the Yum Center.
Yeah, they both played for Louisville. So we've seen other players have championships here at the Yum Center, but they actually had just home games. They had all the food recommendations. I don't know if you heard it, but they were telling us where to go for dinner. And I'll tell you, we went to dinner last night. They were not wrong. It was pretty great. Stivers has been out for 7 matches before this one today. And that's why she's in. Look at the length of that block. Quick Olympian Bia Correa from Brazil.
And Yuniska, once again, this is like, it's not going to get any love. It's going to show up as a 0 in the stat line, but soft little hit in the block. Your team gets a free ball. You're just doing special things on that play.
Service goes long, and now with a 4-point lead for Omaha. Nearing the end of the first set, double substitution again. Laura Dijkema from the Netherlands coming in to set, and Kimberly Drevniak from Germany as the opposite. Sammy Francis, that's rare air.
You know, you watch this first set, and you see the return of the double sub here for Omaha. They're in control, like effortless, and yet I don't think they played super special. This is a crazy start to this match.
Right now, it's just we got to get them out of system a little bit. They're having a lot of success heading back. They're doing really good, but we're going to have to serve a little bit tougher. It's okay to miss one here or there, but we got to go a little bit, okay? Got to show a little bit of fight here and get it going. All right, let's go. Come on.
And the unenviable task as you go back to serve there is you go to the greatest outside hitter of all time, who happens to be an amazing passer. You go to Justine Wong-Arantes, and then kubik-banks has been putting up big numbers too. This is the best passing team in the league, especially in pressure situations.
I mean, just looking at what they have, and you know, the skid that Omaha has been on has coincided, to your point, with Stivers being out these last 9 matches and them not having the ability to use the double substitution. Now there's only 8 substitutions available per set. Grab that ball, Maddie kubik-banks.
And the thing though, it wasn't a skid, Anne-Marie.
Okay.
They lost 11 of their last 12. That is like a blow up.
Yeah. Yeah, the one win was over Austin, who advanced. Vanna March. No dice, and how about this? It is set point Omaha.
This is shocking.
That's what happens when you have healthy people. Yeah, there's the Brazilian with the footy. Turn the other way, Drew Schumacher sitting in it. Omaha finishes it so strong on the attack. What a clean first set for Omaha. Just beautifully played by Omaha. Had 18 kills to Madison's 14 in that opening set.
Pretty equal service placement for this Omaha squad.
Let's take a look at the scorecard for Omaha. Tell us a little more about them.
All those passers trying to find some big offensive weapons. They run a real diverse offense across the net. Some of the health has come back from this weaknesses, turning into some strengths. And Laura Dykema running a really nice offense right now. Omaha in control, convincingly.
There's a look at Laura Dykema, at Kimberly Drevniak, who really has a great connection with Laura Dykema. I mean, that was a very strong set by a team that has struggled, and the difference is they now have the double substitution. They have a massive block in Lauren Stivrins up front. Bea Correa brings the fire to Madison.
She's got a swagger, got confidence. I got to see her at serve pass yesterday. I said, were you always this confident? She said, yes, I was.
Yeah.
Unwavering confidence.
I like it. Dropping it down is Yaniska.
This team from Madison, a really good blend of the veterans, Carlini, Correa, as well as Drew Schumacher and Yaniska, and then some young firepower.
Yeah, Franklin, and of course, Medved, young too, the libero. Jordan Larson. We could go this entire match and not see the same shot twice from Jordan Larson.
And yet we've seen him 1,000 times throughout her career, right?
Exactly.
You know who stepped up in the passing department? Kubik-banks, right? You are the target. When you're next to Justine Wong-Arantes on one side and Larson on the other, you know you're going to get a lot of serves.
Well, and Carlini read by Kubik-banks. And an up. And a redirect. Redirection by Emily Thader.
Pretty good dig from Franklin as well.
Yeah.
Number 6 in outside hitters. In defense.
Franklin receiving that serve. Bringing back power, and then shutting down Emily Thader.
You know, and as tall as Franklin is, her blocking numbers have not been great this year. You can see that might be the skill with the most room for improvement. That was nearly perfect.
Franklin inside set, left arm pick up by Drevniak. Like a freight train coming in, and a net violation against Omaha.
This Madison team really took heed from Matt Furberger. They brought a different urgency. They brought more emotion here.
Drevniak out of the middle, between the blockers.
I really like this adjustment that they've made midway through the year. They went away from the D ball on the right backcourt. They've gone to the pipe, which you don't see often on the lefties, but it's really been a nice connection.
Carlini just flowing it, going with the flow.
And has all the options, right? Because Yaniska is just passing right on her forehead. I asked Yaniska, I said, what's the key to passing? She says 2 things. Before the play, I want to know what all the options I have to worry about. And during the play, just focus on the ball.
Outside again, kubik-banks delivering time after time. Solid pass for her as well.
Larson's on point. Kubik-banks is on point, but you still get the feeling we're going to see Jaylee Winters at some point in time here tonight.
Absolutely, it's another great option. Kubik-banks, 5 kills on 11 swings. And Jaylee Winters, who played her collegiate ball for Creighton, they bring her in a variety of roles. She's got lots of pop on the arms. They brought her in front court for Jordan Larson before to add a little bit different offensive dimension. Mebda's pass is good. I feel like that connection with Hall is not quite dialed in, but gets a good touch off of it. Oh, shut it down.
Someone was in the net, and you can see some Omaha players are asking for the net as well. I don't know if we're going to get a challenge here. Kubik-banks. Yeah, Kubik-banks actually politicking a little bit, and Susie Fritz. That decision, right? You got a coach, and you're looking at your players to politic. Take a look at the very end. Yeah, someone definitely hit it with their forearm.
The question is, was the ball down first? I don't know. Let's see. First, taking a look at the arms, and it's Franklin, and the ball was not down.
Wow.
Great challenge.
And Susie Fritz giving a little fist bump to her assistant coach Remy Porat right here. Those points are huge, right? Huge.
Yeah. Overturned.
It's fascinating to me because you don't have long to make that challenge. Your players are politicking all the time because they're always seeing touches, even when there aren't touches. And so you got to take all this information, and you got a ticking time clock in the back of your head too.
That's right, and that is why the coaches rely so heavily on their players, and that is why the players, if you cry wolf enough times, they're not going to listen to you at all.
Yeah.
Very positive block touch, slowing things down.
So good.
Whoa! How about that? Young Maddie Kubik-banks against 2 Olympians shoves it down.
So good. It's amazing that we didn't even think about doing these things for so many years, and now it's part of every good outside hitter.
These kids, I tell you, they come up with good ideas.
Get off my yard.
Over the top. Locked at 7s. Anna Hall serving. Boy, they found Kubik-banks in the corner there. It is good. They're going to Kubik-banks again. Every first ball they can. Sammy Francis turns it away.
Dykema's doing a really good job, right? They're passing it right on her forehead. She's doing a good job of balancing that offense. They don't have any one player who's going to be able to go for 30 kills here tonight, but get 3 or 4 that can go for 10.
You know, in that prior play, I'm looking at Bia Correa's face. If you score on her at all, she's completely insulted. As if she should, as a middle blocker, she should get every ball. She's shaking her head.
Love her style.
Standards very, very high. Larson, bring in heat when you need it. Did she get a touch? Yeah.
I was talking to the head of players, Tom Hogan, and he said that Bia Correa early in the season said, it's too cold here. You got to find me a new city next year. And now he talked to her last week. She's like, it's nice. Madison's a really nice city. I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm ready to come back.
And there she is, go to her tight behind. It's really cold. You got to find me a new city.
She's got an attitude. This scoreboard's the highest scoreboard of any of them. It's about 41 feet up high, and she was bumping balls, trying to hit it into the top of it. There's actually the 4th attempt. There's a ball lodged up there. A gift for whoever worker is up on the rafters next time.
When she sets her mind to something. I played in the 2016 Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro.
Silver medalist.
For the home team.
Said soccer is actually her favorite sport.
Well, we saw that with the kick dig earlier, right? Again, Larson. We've seen power, we've seen off the block, we've seen tip, we've seen turn the other way, off speed.
One of the best servers in this league as well. See if she can put some pressure on Franklin.
And Franklin able to break through the Omaha block.
And Franklin's gift, she makes the pass, but she has so many different approaches. Sometimes she'll go 3 steps, sometimes she'll go 4 steps. That time inside out on the approach, cutting some of the corners off.
Laser pass is wide. Madison, the first to 12, and we will hit our media timeout. Set number 2, quarterfinal number 2. We're just getting started here. This is League One Volleyball Finals weekend. Looking at Lauren Carlini all over the place. She is, as we say, peripatetic. There's another slide and a dig. Great defensive setter, Kevin. I know you've been talking about her defense all season.
Got named player center of the year for Love League. Jordan Thompson was the opposite of the year. Kelsey Robinson, the most valuable player. Manami Kojima was the libero, and Chiaka Obagu was the middle.
Yep. Did you say opposite?
Jordan Thompson.
Jordan Thompson. Just checking there. I was watching Danica Markovic, the setter from Serbia, second setter for Madison, really unloading some information that she's gleaning from the sidelines as she's talking to Lauren Carlini. That collaboration with your co-position holder is so important.
And I almost forgot this. Mackenzie Adams was the best outside hitter. Can't leave her out in the fabulous season that she's had for Atlanta.
Top seed Atlanta, and you will get a chance to see Mackenzie Adams tomorrow as they play against Austin, who just took down Salt Lake in quarterfinal number 1. Kubik-banks out of the timeout.
She's gotten better and better over the course of this season. Bigger role, more passing, more confidence. She just looks dialed in. She and Stivrins were teammates on that Nebraska team that made it to the NCAA Finals.
Yep. Brought back in by Larson. Nedved flows with the set over to Franklin. Kubik-banks did that intentionally to get another swing at it. Drew Schumacher all over it.
Drew Schumacher plays her best when she's a little feisty, when she's got a little bit of chip, when there's an enemy in sight. And when she gets there, watch out. Dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, she's another kind of tiger you want to poke once in a while. If you're on her team, you go up and you say, you know what they said about you?
Exactly.
That is out of bounds.
And now we're seeing some unforced errors by Omaha, a couple times turning it down the line wide. And so Susie Fritz will call a timeout for Omaha to talk it over. Pat, it's a good call. Come on, let's go.
You know, I think a great dynamic that we've seen from a lot of coaches in Love is they look across that huddle and they say, what am I going to say to Jordan Larson?
Right.
Right, like that she can't say herself.
Right.
And I think allowing that space for these leaders to take the reins is pretty special thing.
Yeah, I asked Susie Fritz at the beginning of the year, what's your biggest challenge ahead? And she said, leveraging all this talent. You got so much talent. How do you use it all in exactly the right combination? Long Arante sits in it. Kubik-banks crush her right at the feet of Medved.
Last year in the A1 Italian League. Actually played on the same team as Anna Hawk from Austin. Big swing on the outside.
A1 Italian League, largely regarded as the best professional league in Europe, right up there with Turkey. For a long time, it was Italian League, and now Turkey has been incredible.
And the difference, though, between those leagues here in Love is I think the parity, right? Like we've seen so many close matches. We've seen so much talent here where a lot of times in those two other leagues, there's the haves and the have-nots.
Yes, exactly.
I was reading that the top team in Italy has 300 corporate sponsors, right? And you take a look and you see how many 3 sets or how many 4 or 5 sets, and there's a lot of blowouts in Italy.
Yep, but not here. We just saw an upset earlier today by an Austin team who had lost the prior 3 matches in 5 sets. Able to pull it out in 5 in the reverse sweep. No communication error between Francis and Drevniak. They played together for all of 2.5 weeks.
She's had that same look in the greatest of times, in the toughest of the times, right? There's a consistency to Susie Fritz.
Chassé came in, played defense in the back for Madison. Off the block and out. Can Omaha reignite their fire? Lexi Rodriguez in to serve. Fan favorite, voted a Love icon for her work, not just on the court, but off. Yanitska. Won't reach back on the block.
And if you're charting Yanitska, she's probably taking as many hard swings as she has tips on the outside. You got to really, that's like a pitcher, you got to really wait and sit on the off-speed stuff.
Yep. Angle. Recycled by Yanitska into the black box. That was intentional, so she could get a better swing. Free ball. Ripped down the line, and it is good. Drevniak.
Got all the shots and has a really good feel for where the block is.
Here we are seeing the double substitution that we saw in the last set. This is bringing in Lauren Stivrins, makes that block huge, and Gabby Blossom, very quick offense.
And on the other side, contrasting that with the 5 run for Madison, only 2 front row hitters. 2 very different systems here.
You can use chassé out of the backcourt, but she has not been in that role.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. That was big.
Talked about this special arm swing, and that time, no topspin. That is the nightmare of every back row defender in the world.
52 miles an hour into your face.
With some float on it.
Yeah. Welcome back. Where are we? Right? Where are we? Meanwhile, Annie Drew Schumacher, Olympic teammate, turns, Justine Wangarantes turns to Drew Schumacher and goes, "What are you doing?" And then just to give her a little bit of trouble. Okay, so Janitska serving. Absolutely, you go at kubik-banks. She stays in. Justine Wangarantes handles it. Larson again. Twice.
Two athletes with so much history, so much respect, and they got the book on each other, right?
Sure
Carlini
do.
and you seal the line. Not once, but twice.
Janitska again. We'll go for kubik-banks again. Perfect pass, a little bit over. And it was a backcourt setter. She's trying to do that. It's above the plane of the net.
And not challengeable.
Yeah. Another ball and another point for Madison. It is a 6-point lead, and that's enough for Susie Fritz once this timeout.
Fast, you overloaded. I was like, yeah, I could have higher.
Yeah, a little bit more time. I also, right, really want you to ride quick and right a ton, right? Really use them. Get them in the air, let them go get it, okay? Hey, same thing. We'll get a little tempo on that set right there, okay? Everybody covers all the time. That's not an error we get to make, okay? And then if we don't get the first one, get in, go fast hands in transition, okay? Come on, let's go.
Good stuff. It's not hey ho rah rah. It's very pointed. It's very specific and actionable, and all good info.
Yeah, and you hear her talking to Gabby Blossom, who runs a very different offensive tempo than Laura Dykema, and Susie Fritz asking her to just hang it a little bit higher.
And she said, let's get Stivrins going on the right.
Got Fader in the middle.
You're right about Blossom. It's so fast. It's almost like syncopation. It's on the upbeat. It's not quite a steady rhythm. It's probably takes some time to get used to hitting. Definitely takes a long time to block.
I mean, she was a huge part of San Diego's Final Four run years ago. What a nice set. Ball well in front. So Drew Schumacher is saying there was a touch. If indeed there's a touch discovered, this will be a replay.
I didn't see one. Oh, there it is. On the way down. But you call it a woof.
Yeah.
I love that. So coaches will say some people have a little more credibility than others.
Exactly. Carlini comes at you.
I think there's also the fear factor of Annie Drew Schumacher comes your way. I think even if she's cried wolf 100 times, I think I'm still calling for the challenge. What are they saying?
So the discussion is, they're saying, even if it was touched on the block, that Annie Schumacher jumped on the line.
Yes. So here's the thing. Annie Drew Schumacher was a backcourt player. And we watched her. Now, she was trying to stay below the plane of the net for this ball because she jumped on the line.
But if she's below, it's okay, right? There's no way that's above the plane.
But I think she might have been. You
I don't think so.
Looking at that angle, you don't think so?
No way. She was like arms way out in front, near the bottom of her jump. And that's 7'4", right? There's no way.
There's a way.
Something metrical. It's not 7'4". There's definitely a touch,
Yeah.
but they're calling something different.
Actually challenge. That is confirmed by referee Patty Withdrawal. There's no challenge.
I think that was a miss.
Next play.
But another non-challengeable thing, right, is the plane of the net.
Yep. Drew Schumacher, you said it, chip on your shoulder. There's nobody else you could set at that
Yeah, I
point.
talked to her about Tokyo because she went into Tokyo and she said, I thought I deserved to start. Started on the bench, came in midway for Jordan Thompson and turned the Olympics around, went on a roll. And she said it lit a fire in my belly and it just kept on growing.
That may have been the plan. You know, it could have been the plan. Lighter on fire. Claire Chaussee, her first attack. She's been in for defensive and passing relief, now front court. Lauren Carlini is front court. That's a great dig, gonna make a difference. And kubik-banks so frustrated with herself. Thought she was gonna wipe off Carlini, and Carlini, too savvy, pulls her hands away.
Carlini would not be a good poker player, but I love the fact that you can read every emotion on her sleeve.
It's set point Madison. Looking to tie this up at one set apiece. Stivrins, it's a long way to go. But maybe if you can get some momentum going in there, get Stivrins a little more involved for the next set. Madison, set point number 2. Beautiful pass. Picked up by Blossom beautifully. Chaussee. Quick. Thought everybody wanted to throw down. Who's going to hit the ball? Nobody. It's going to end on a frantic note as Madison takes set number 2. Doesn't have to be pretty. It's still a win, and we are split at 1 set apiece. Set 3 coming up next. Who's going to take the rubber set in this match? We've seen a little bit of everything only through the first 2 sets.
At one point in the season, Madison was completely down and out. They've come back on a 7-match winning streak.
Madison is way too long. They are a complete and total freight train.
You look at the body language now, you look at the celebrations. It's hard to think that just 4 matches ago, this team was down in the doldrum.
Taking a look at the set distribution difference between set 1, where it was left side dominant, and the adjustment and the second.
Better passing, better flow, better distribution, and a lot more Annie Drew Schumacher on the right.
Well, we had a fantastic match in the first one. We're headed that way again here in our second. Omaha fans, let me hear you.
Lineups are the same, no changes.
Well, let's do this thing then. I like it blue and green, my 2 favorite colors. Going at it.
There's a yellow card out before it starts. And when you get that side smile from Jordan Larson, if they gave it to her, we'll be able to tell right away, because she's another Tiger you don't poke. But
Could you imagine being a referee and having to give Jordan Larson a yellow card? I don't know if I could do that.
and the thing is, she doesn't scream. She just rolls her eyes at you. Okay, now I'm watching Larson right now, and she just gave the eyes to Dykema. And I swear to you, if they set Dykema on this, if they set Larson on the first one, it's going to be really interesting. That smile, that one right there.
You know who's got a similar side across the net? Lauren Carlini.
Yeah. She's probably thinking, just leave her alone. Don't poke her. Leave her alone. Love Larson takes a quick look across the net right before she attacks the ball.
Yaniska throwing a pillow party on the outside. And it's working. Smart shots, finding hands, recycling.
And a Hall service. Serves into traffic. This will go to Larson, out of system. Ask the governor to clean it up. Yanitska turning it down the line. So Kevin Barnett, who's part of our crew, will be in the set the next 2 days, just flew in, and he said as he's on his flight connecting in Detroit, a man comes on dripping in sweat, sits down right next to him. It's Janitska's husband, whose flight from Amsterdam took off late. He was in a full dead soccer player sprint to make this play and just walked in, drenched in sweat. That reporting from Kevin Barnett. Janitska's husband, Daniel, made it barely.
This is one you can't miss, right? She's
don't miss
on
this
fire,
one.
getting going offensively, passing nearly perfectly. I mean, Medved passing at 70% perfect, 50% from Yaniska, and they're covering most of the court. This has been a passing clinic from this Madison team.
Long launches, perfect pass, kind of flat. Oh my goodness. And right before that block, Larson talking to Thader, moving her to exactly where she wanted her for the block. If you just keep your eyes on Larson all the time, you'll see all the stuff she does away from the ball. Yanitska puts it up nice and high. Larson tries the block of Bia Correa, and it gives her life.
Seen a lot of athletes playing some of their best volleyball here tonight. Backs against the wall. Loser goes home.
Yeah, and if this is the governor, I say Bea Correa is the lioness. Like, she's just hunting. Dykema over the top.
That might have just been the most dynamic move we've seen from her all year long.
Yeah.
Typically a ball control person, decision making. She put on the hyper speed there.
Carlini, great save. No good.
Her hitting percentage. You could do a study on what it looks like after a pass and what it looks like when she's just able to go out and get her approach.
There's a little bit of moisture on the court.
You know, we talked a
girls come out.
lot about 6-2 and how it's hard to get in a rhythm as a setter. Seen a little bit from Sarah Franklin, the rhythm of being a 3 rotation outside hitter as opposed to 6 rotation. You don't get to serve, you don't get to play defense, you don't get to pass for half the match.
Kubik-banks, ripper against Hall and Carlini. Yeah, in terms of reception for Franklin, no reception errors. She has received 18 balls, more than anybody else on the team by far. Holding her own right now.
I think it's almost Furbringer playing the long game, right? Keeping her a little bit fresh and rested.
Off hands, beautiful by Yanitska. Kubik-banks left hand.
Oh, that's up.
And they are saying it is down, and unless there is a big complaint from the floor, and there is not.
Not a lot of complaint. I thought that was up. Sarah Franklin's defense really good for her size. Shows you she reads well. That time the good reaction. Not far.
The challenge for her going forward is when you drop the for her size on that, right? And it's just Sarah Franklin's defense is really good. To be a great defender like Jordan Larson is and all of them. You don't like me on that one, Kevin. But to get where she needs to go.
There's trade-offs, right?
Okay.
There's trade-offs, and you're going to get something different with Catherine Plummer than you're going to get with Avery Skinner.
Good point. Catherine Plummer at 6'6", to your point, what you're talking about with Sarah Franklin.
And I think it actually works well if you have a OH1 and an OH2 that bring different looks.
Said from an NCAA champion.
And I'm living that, right? So Eric Sullivan was our OH2, and he passed half the court, and I sat on the side and took a lot of swings at high balls.
There we go. He who knows speaks. You're the E.F. Hutton right now. I'm listening.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, stop it. Don't make me that old. Franklin, power.
Four times an All-American. Michigan State, she did it. Over at Wisconsin as well. Starting to dip that toe in the national team.
And Francis in the middle. Oh my goodness, Dykema is gonna put that over, and Kubik-banks comes flying in.
It's an aggressive swing. No one thought that Kubik-banks was gonna get her feet there and take an aggressive swing. Look at the numbers, hitting 400, lots of kills.
Kubik-banks, and she has kind of come into her own second half of this season, been a big difference maker. There she is. We haven't heard from Drew Schumacher in a little while.
And that's a play where as a blocker, just turn around, shake your head side to side, and say there's nothing we can do about this fireball.
55 miles an hour. Sitting right in as one of the best defensive setters in the world, Carlini. That's a tough ball. Drevniak over the top of the block. Wow, longest rally we have had today. And it's ended by Jordan Larson. She takes a look a split second before she attacks the ball.
Little message there at the end of the play to Sammy Francis. She got upset at her in the middle of that play because she recycled the ball and Sammy threw it back over the net, a little panicky. You gotta expect that, right? Like you're playing with the GOAT, she's gonna get the ball back for you. Some tough love from the GOAT.
There you go, learning as you go. Lexi Rodriguez entering to serve. Last time she only got to serve once. It was a Madison side out. And this solves the problem. You don't have a libero on the floor, but you do. So go back out to Janitska. Trying to get high hands, and she does.
Masterful. It's like a pitcher who's got all their pitches working and all the locations on the plate.
It comes with experience. Janitska, 15 years as a professional. I don't know that Larson loved her pass, but she was going to make it right.
You can tell how the players who've been there understand this is a really big set.
Yep. Blocking it down at Dykema and Fader.
You know, I'll talk to Jordan Poulter about setting decisions, and she says that most of the time she makes the decision, or 90% of it, before the play starts. On the other side, Carlini, you can see it. She's just a maestro. It's happening in real time, and she's feeling the flow and really trusts her instincts.
Yeah, and she takes a good look across the net right beforehand as well most of the time. But it's been a little bit low, a little bit of connection issues for them.
And I think that's what you give up, right? If you don't know where you're setting until the last minute, you're going to give up some location.
Omaha with a 3-point lead. We are tied up at 1 set apiece in this match. Third set. It's kind of getting hot in here. It's only a 3-point game. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas.
Talked about adversity for Sarah Franklin. Had a health scare in 2023. Some blood clots were found on her hitting arm. One of 2 diagnoses were possible, and as she went in to get surgery, first 2 hours she was awake, and the nurse said at the beginning, hey, there's a chance you might never ever get to play again. After the beginning of that surgery, they gave her the best news possible. She said she smiled, she cried, she prayed, and then woke up with a new lease on life.
And the rest of the NCAA paid for it because she just was a terror. Beautiful dig by kubik-banks. Omaha! dig to set up that play.
You talked about it, Emery. The look in her eye changed.
For Jordan Larson? You
Yep.
talking about? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Wow! Made them take it down on their own side with speed. Omaha +5. Sailor Sambothi going to come in now in place of Bia. Another long blocker, played collegiately at Ohio State. Welcome to the game. They set her immediately. Bam! Is that ball going to be good? It is.
That time, Jordan Larson, the person she's not happy with is herself. She had a good opportunity to take a swing. We're seeing a little bit of a battle of the lefties there, and they're digging each other, they're hitting hard.
Yep. Hard and harder. Pass is good, options available. Thader this time on a slide behind. What was that? Yeah! She brought a gun to a knife fight. We've seen lots of tipping, and then Larson, full steam.
Gold in Tokyo. Silver in Paris. For 8 years, they won everything. Not because it was easy, but because they got dialed in, dug deep.
10 of those Paris silver medalists are playing in this league. And that's just 9 more Olympians from around the world in this league as well. Oh, that's good, off the foot. Hey, who's playing footy now?
Matt Furbringer going over, arms into the air.
He takes a challenge. It's almost 60 miles an hour.
Hit of the match. And it definitely hit the floor first.
Yeah, we got to slow that way down.
And that's the reaction you have when nothing's working.
Yeah.
When the other team's on a roll.
Yeah.
And I think this is where you're Madison. You just say, hey, weather the storm. They can't keep playing like this.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Try to be sold by Larson, but I think not.
Pretty good hockey save, though, right?
Yeah.
Kick save.
A successful challenge for Matt Furbringer. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
In hockey.
And hockey. And given away. 5-point lead by Omaha continues.
And you get the impression, you talked about it, Sarah Franklin's got to get a little bit more. She just took a huge swing, and then Annie Drew Schumacher as well.
You want to see them get more sets?
More
Is that what you're
sets,
saying?
bigger swings, a little more emotion.
Thader is an excellent server. See?
Wow.
One-arm dig by Medved. It'll come down to Franklin over her shoulder. There's that play again.
It's changed out-of-system volleyball. Right? It used to be you just hit as hard as you could and you make a lot of errors, and now you recycle.
Yeah, you recycle, or you have this like hesitation before the push.
Okay, they're making some good plays over there right now. Okay, they're coming up behind you, so corner's your free zone. Corner's your free zone right there. Okay. Okay. Hey, Right now, we got to get that ball on 33, and the short serves are working the most on us. We're scoring our most points. We're getting opportunities in transition, slow to fast. If we don't have something, tip, attack the edges of the block a little bit. They're digging our balls, and we're just kind of rolling and getting in. So attacking the edges of the block.
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. Hey, we got 15. Let's go. Sign out.
Changing their target, going to kubik-banks now on the serve.
Yeah, there's a lot of good information there talking about going at the edges of the block as well. And a substitution, Chassé for Franklin.
And also, I think one of the most important things he said was, hey, they're playing really well over there. They're digging everything. They're passing everything. And they're getting some amazing performances from Drevniak and kubik-banks right now.
Chassé, welcome back to the game.
And I think this is a great opportunity for Chassé. They're chasing. There's no pressure, right? She comes in, she can be the hero of this set.
Francis on the ball, and then she's just so long, tall, and on top of it.
There's never, ever, ever going to be another rookie class like this one.
No. Although there is another class coming up, not next year, the year afterwards, who's pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Harper Murray, Olivia Babcock.
Yeah, but the thing is, this class has the COVID kids where it's almost a blend of two different classes, and they had another year in college.
They are polished. I mean, to be able to come in and play immediately, like Franklin, like Jess Merzick. Brought back in. To the middle. Not to say Sammy Francis, another collegian currently. The Love Six. They are called the 6 players who came directly from NCAA volleyball.
She's a
League One.
current collegiate student, but she's a pro now.
Yeah, exactly. Got a little bit of both. They're saying ball not over. And that is challenged by Susie Fritz in the middle of the game. There's a look at the Love Six. Madison Skinner playing a huge role. Jess Merzick, Sarah Franklin, all just playing massive roles off the
And you
start.
see the 5 years, I think, is really significant, and also the transferring, right? Because what happens with a lot of those transfers is you get the best players playing amongst other best players, and so in a lot of ways, that 5th year was like a semi-pro year.
That's interesting, yeah. So did this ball touch?
It appears that it did. So it is a touch, and since Omaha stopped the rally, it is a point to Madison.
So it did indeed touch. Susie Fritz in Omaha called that challenge in the middle of the play, so it's automatically a point for Madison. They could afford it, though, with the lead they have. Through the middle yet again.
That challenge during the play,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hate to be the one who has to press that button. I feel like you're just the whole time, you're just...
But she had such a nice lead that it seems like it's at least reasonable to do that. Sammy Francis, by the way, 3 kills in this set. Arkema slides into it. Drevniak off the face. Let's welcome in the 3rd member of our broadcast team, Michaela Chester.
Well, the Omaha sideline is just fired up over here, and I was just listening into Jaylee Winters. You guys are going to love this. She said, nothing's changed. We just know how to win when the lights come on, guys.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're getting some great nuggets out of these timeouts right now, these huddles. And it's the players who we're not seeing on the floor at all who are saying these things. Last match, it was Julianne Fawcett who never saw the floor. There's a look at Jaylee Winters, a 4-time All-American at Creighton. She can bring heat. (15) serving 21. Redirected by Drebniak. No good. And Matt Furbringer calling a challenge.
And Annie-Drew Schumacher looks much more sure of the touch than Matt Furbringer does. So hard to see.
Is that middle finger of Jordan Larson's right hand?
But the ball changes a little spin maybe. Yeah, it goes from flat to then take a look at the little spin.
Yeah. Or we look at it from behind, but
they don't call one, but I don't know.
Following that double substitution now from Omaha, where we will see Stivrins and Blossom re-enter. This really lines up a very big block against Janitska. Little touch of the net.
That fast
Omaha.
set, right? It's so fast. It puts so much pressure on the middle blocker. Sometimes you get those nets as they're racing outside to catch up to the ball.
Kubik-banks, perfect pass. Matt Furbringer said he wanted them to keep it on Kubik-banks. She delivered.
Yeah, I think sometimes teams don't test Justine Wong-Orantes enough.
Zambozi.
She's missed a lot of games this year. Another one of the injuries that this team has faced.
Yep.
Really good serve, though. One of the best middle blocker servers in the league, and they need a big one here from her.
There's Wong-Orantes tested. Said her connection wasn't quite right. Slowed by the block. Thader turns around and finds it. She kind of got stuck. All of a sudden, the world stopped revolving.
Yeah, it seemed like there was some contact under the net, and everyone stopped playing.
There's a Kubik-banks and Wong-Orantes.
I almost might think you might take a timeout here if you're Susie Fritz and you give up one more point.
A nice set by Wong-Orantes just to make everybody move. And with that, it becomes set point Omaha.
I'm amazed that Omaha's winning these sets. I'm also amazed at how easy it's been.
Yeah, it's been dominant, yep. Thader serving for the set. And just some misconnections all around. There's a solid connection, and Omaha takes set number 3 and a 2-1 lead. One more set needed by Omaha to advance. Winner of this match will play Houston. Fans all around. Will Madison respond or Omaha break the spell? Jordan Larson, most decorated U.S. female Olympian, 4 medals. And I want to know her frequent flyer miles, because look at all the places that she has played professionally. She's absolutely ecstatic to bring professional volleyball back here with League One. She's nicknamed the Governor because she knew everybody, and she's been playing great.
And traveling a little bit on the court as well. She's outside position, coming in to cover. Back at the net, blocking. Oh, where's the ball going? Outside. Look at the look in her eyes at the end of this play. Tells you everything.
You think she cares? And here she is. I love this face. She's just soaking it all in, analyzing, looking around. There have not been any real changes, although I think there's a little bit of a spin of a dial, mean starting in a different rotation. They've got Claire Chaussee serving.
And Franklin on the bench.
Yeah. And by starting Chaussee in the back, it saves them 1 sub if they need to. Drebniak. And there is a block. Let's go to Michaela Chester.
2 big points that Matt Furbringer wanted in the huddle after that set was he wants to serve Maddie kubik-banks deeper this time. She's doing really well with those shallow serves. And then they want Janiska to go high and line.
Great things for us to look for there. Kubik-banks, harder to go backwards than forwards. And they do go at her. And she settles that.
You said a word related to her arm swing earlier, how whippy it was. She's got a whip, right? It's just so fluid, so smooth, and then at the top of the swing, it gets dangerous.
Unleashes it. What does Madison need to do here to avoid being taken down in 4?
I think it's got to be Annie Drews, Schumacher. I think it's got to be tougher serves as well.
Schumacher off the block and good.
The court that they've shrunk for Maddie kubik-banks is so small, right? That's the hard part, is you got 2 studs back there passing. It's tough.
Yeah, Drew Schumacher has had 3 kills, 4 kills, 3 kills in the first 3 sets. And she has, since she's been back, she's averaging over 21 points per set, or per match, excuse me. Got her number, and now it's Francis who's adding fire.
And sometimes when you go to try to hit it harder, you bring the bigger muscles in. They're the stronger muscles in, but they don't extend as much, and you bring it down low. Got to keep it up high.
Beautiful dig by Dykema. Kubik-banks sets Larson. Back third of the court. No smile from June Schumacher. She's ready to go.
And I think if you're Carlini, I think you got to just start going to her, and you got to start going to her and let her find a groove. Although the big question now, she goes to the back row.
57 miles an hour.
Just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Omaha has put so much pressure on Madison just by taking care of the ball, just by passing, just by serving in, just by putting all those tough decisions and pressure on this Madison team.
Yanitska. One-armed by Wong Orantes. Kubik-banks puts up a nice ball also. That one's hit just a little bit wide.
That dig from Justine Wong Orantes.
Pretty sweet.
Going horizontal on the dig. That was more of a collapser. Fall to the ground and make a dig. She's just laying it out.
Longer that way. Fader challenges fingertips.
And you can see Omaha, they're not letting any oxygen in the room. They're not going to take the foot off the gas pedal. Lots of emotion, lots of energy. It has been a long 3 months.
And there's $200,000 on the line on Sunday for the winner. Chassé answers back.
Excited for the chance to come back to her home state in Wisconsin and play a little professional volleyball.
Broken up a little bit. Sambothi pops this up. Woo! Head hunting. Wong Arantes dives out of the way. Yikes.
Jordan Larson going, did you touch the ball, Maddie kubik-banks? Or asking there. The ball's just coming so fast. Everyone's rattled. Take a look at that.
56 miles an hour. When will we use helmets? Right?
I mean,
is it coming?
I think as a coach, I might.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, you see that pinky of the left hand of Maddie kubik-banks. And Justine Wong Arantes probably thinking, I knew I should have left my head in the way.
The fired up Annie Drew Schumacher is the scary Annie Drew Schumacher.
Yeah, it is. Wow, Carlini got all of it.
I'll tell you, this set feels like a must-win set for Omaha.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, right? Because Madison's a team with their backs against the wall, but they haven't played well tonight, and yet they're still here, knocking on the door.
Yeah, you can't give Madison any room. We come into this match talking about how Omaha has had a really rough season. And then Madison, who's turned it around. If you take this to a fifth set, Madison might remember exactly who they are again.
Yeah, I don't think if you canvassed 100 people, actually that's not true. I was gonna say, I don't think anyone would have picked Omaha, although all the Lexi Rodriguez fans would have. So maybe that's totally false. They're believers.
Depends on where you have the survey. Francis over the top.
Taikama jogging to the back line, running a really efficient offense, doing her thing.
Medved's pass is perfection. One blocker, Wong Arantes slides in. Here's kubik-banks. Wong Arantes makes it very clear who's going to get that ball. Chicken wing up. Wong Arantes is everywhere. What a dig. Little sticky, but down.
Rally of the match. Passion on both sides.
Absolutely.
The defense of Omaha, and then Annie Drew Schumacher. She's got that fire burning. She's also breathing really heavily at the end of a long rally. This one you got to make sure you keep the serve in.
Francis turns it back. Carlini able to pick it up, and Schumacher. They're going to her more, and she's having more success.
From Indiana, moving out to Los Angeles, but along the way making a stop here in Madison, Wisconsin.
Played collegiately at Purdue, Annie Drew Schumacher did. trailing just by 3.
And a couple of plays there where Janiska had one-on-one. That's the numbers, that's the advantage, and Justine Wong-Arantes just sitting into the court and making the very difficult look very easy.
Trouble. Part of what's fun in watching Jordan Larson's eyes through all of this is that she's in her 17th professional season. She's right next to Sammy Francis, who hadn't even started kindergarten yet when Larson started playing professionally. And Larson's still just so excited. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine?
No.
Being right shoulder to shoulder with maybe one of your heroes that you looked up to forever, and then getting the tough love on one side and then getting that eye contact on the other.
Dykema. And it is Janiska who gets all of it.
I talked to Brian Bott, the strength coach for this Madison team, and he said the 2 athletes who probably gained the most this year were the 2 internationals, Janiska and Medved, because they don't do a lot of lifting in their countries.
Oh, that's interesting.
Big gains.
Well, I mean, it's a tough season, so you want your strength, but yeah. Francis, I love how much they're going to her.
Hey, I remember the first time that we saw Francis, I remember Susie Fritz kept on telling Dykema, higher, higher, higher.
Yes.
And the connection now is right in the sweet spot.
Yes, you're exactly right. When she first came in fact, Susie Fritz took Francis to lunch when she landed. She said, I didn't want to tell her she's starting in 2 days. Lexi Rodriguez, great serve. Causes some trouble. Able to go off hands. Madison point, and they haven't been able to get Lexi Rodriguez in the game for very long, nor will they now. This is our media timeout in set number 4, and it's a 2-point game.
It all comes down to this moment. Every point was fought for, every moment earned. And when the stakes are this high, anything can happen. We'll push the limits till the very end, because champions know how to rise. This is the Love Finals.
The exquisite League One Volleyball Championship trophy has been on display via Whistle Stop Tour throughout the country. It's been popular with fans of all ages who've had the opportunity to pose with the sterling silver Tiffany trophy. Let me tell you, Kevin, this thing is heavy. It's 13 pounds, 21 inches tall, and the winning team this weekend will get to take home this beautiful piece of Tiffany hardware this Sunday. Justine Wong-Arantes, she's here, she's there, she's everywhere.
Great. Libero needs to hit the floor. They got to cover. They got to command the back row. They got to scream and yell and get people out of the way. And then I love this shift. The whole defense shift. She's playing right back instead of left back.
Yeah, and the setter, Laura Dykema, is playing left back. I mean, I want to know how many steps she takes in a day. Dykema outside. Great dig. Drevniak off high hands, and it's Chassé who keeps it alive. Drevniak again, it's a little bit behind her. She makes it work.
I don't think that Kimberly Drevniak's taken a bad swing tonight, right? She's gotten dug a few times. She's been softed at the net, but that body of work, she's hitting smart shots. She's hitting great locations.
Yeah, Kimberly Drevniak has 10 kills, only 3 errors on 27 swings. But that was her first kill in this set. Wow, the defense alone has been outstanding.
You know, and I keep on looking at the stats, and their defensive numbers weren't good. And you think about this team, they've been going like a car with only 3 wheels working for a long part of this year, and now the 4th wheel's on and they got a spare in the back and hummeling along the highway.
Shut down. Omaha cares so deeply right now about this match. I mean, everybody's eyes, they know, Kevin, and I think you nailed it. Don't go 5 with Madison. Don't give them that chance. They've suffered. Trying a little tenderness, and Justine Wong-Rates was way back.
You see the cohesion? That's what has been special about this 11-match losing spell, is they had that throughout. It was the weirdest thing. Never seen a team lose so much and still like each other.
Yeah, it's a great point, and this having Stivrins back has reinvigorated them just right there. They don't use her a lot. Beautiful kill, and they've got her big blocking.
She's the 4th wheel.
Yeah. She just changes what hitters want to do.
And the block too, right?
Yeah.
Omaha's raised the intensity. Now the question mark, can Madison match? You're seeing it from Andy Drew Schumacher, but who else? I almost wonder if we're going to see Sarah Franklin back in here for a little offense in the front row.
I do wonder. There's quite a size difference between Chassé and Stivrins. Carlini's block slows it down. And it's the quick arm of Chassé.
Yeah, Chassé is playing so good. You almost think, is it for Yaniska when she goes to the front row? But what Yaniska solves for you is the first contact.
Oh, yeah.
She's just a vacuum back there. She's passing perfectly.
It's a close set. Matt Furberger has subs. If he needs something else, he can get Franklin in later, and he can use Chassé in the back if he wanted to. Right now, Omaha has just a beautiful flow about them. Sammy Francis re-enters up front. Thader can have a very effective serve. There's no libero on the floor right now for Omaha, and Lauren Carlini is front court setter. See if she will try to make Thader use it. No good.
Room for error so much smaller out of the back row when she's hitting that D ball, right? There's so much motion with the approach, with the arm swing. It's so big and round.
Watch the dump. And the block again.
It is amazing to me how you can just add one piece back into a puzzle that has been so dysfunctional, and all of a sudden it just sings.
And there it is. I mean, that is 2 middle blockers up there, 2 incredible elite middle blockers.
I would just help from most of them. So, I mean, I think I still like the gap on that play and going over the top to.
Yeah, I got her on that turbo.
Yeah, get on turbo. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think, yeah, pins. I don't know which one, but whatever. Pass allows.
Annie had that line last time too.
It was
good.
so nice,
It was
yeah.
good. It was good. Okay, let's go.
Hey, back to it, yep.
She's deep.
Hey, I got you guys. Great passing. Keep it up. Let's go. Hey, first ball, I got you.
I like listening to all this from Carlini. I've got you. Let's revisit that Adidas scouting report.
Definitely put Franklin to the test and had a somewhat big of a journey. On the other side, there has been no committee. It has been a two-person committee. Larson and kubik-banks is all that they need. And then Drevniak keeping close to Drew Schumacher. I think that's a real big storyline.
Yeah. I mean, we've called Drevniak the X Factor how many times, right, throughout this season. Picked up. Chaussee looking to go deep. It'll be back using Stivrins again. You said it, one piece, one very important piece.
She's a middle blocker who's playing right side and bringing all the strengths to the middle to that new position.
6 kills, 7 now on 14 swings, 2 blocks. But as the big thing is, she changes what hitters want to do. Chaussee.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Is she takes space so that the diggers can go do something. They can trust that she's going to take what she's supposed to take.
Omaha +2. Getting them to take it down. Kubik-banks frustrated with herself. Here comes Madison.
And I've been impressed at the restraint that Drew Schumacher's shown, right? She's not just swinging as hard as she can. She's mixing in off-speed shots, and now she goes to the front row where she's been much more effective here tonight.
Down by just 1. Carlini serving to tie it up. Stivrins.
When you pass this good, all 3 of your receivers, you can just do so many different things. That offense will always have the advantage of the defense on a good pass.
Lauren Stivrins has been watching this game from the sidelines for 9 matches. Drew Schumacher. Larson puts up a heck of a set blind.
Every one of those contacts is really hard, right? Really tough dig, nearly impossible transition set, and then the swing from kubik-banks, as good as it gets.
Quick to Chaussee.
Time's running out.
It is Chaussee from the service line now. Yanitska is up front.
Good pass. I'm committing the house on Sammy Francis here.
On them setting her?
Yeah, but on a good pass.
On a good pass. Well, Dykema, I saw talk to her and like give her one finger thinking.
It's a tough matchup, right? Because Anna Stevens Hall, she's fast, but a little bit undersized. And Drevniak's got a long way to run here.
And they serve. Francis, very smart. Drevniak. Is ball good? It is good. Point Omaha. Smart serve, right?
Really good pass from the youngster, Sammy Francis.
Larson coming in. How, Kevin, does she make it work? Jordan Larson, 12 kills, 30 swings, 1 error.
Hey, in transition when it's good, they're going back a lot, and the high ball's on the outside, just really slow and tight over. We're digging everything right now, so doing a good job. Off blocker, making sure we're in there to dig the ball. Okay, get it side out. Let's go.
20 here, let's go, 20.
It's so frustrating when you play against a team that's so dialed in, right? Yeah. You keep telling yourself, weather the storm, weather the storm. What happens if the storm just keeps going?
You have to go through it. Isn't that what Madison said? Be a Buffalo. Go into the storm.
Yeah, that's a 354 storm that has been relentless tonight.
Winner of this match plays the 2 seed Houston. Houston got a bye today. Semifinals tomorrow. Setting the backcourt attack to kubik-banks. 2 points away is Omaha from advancing to the semifinals. It's like all is forgotten of the matches that they struggled. We're back. Smart by Janitska. Madison just down by 3.
You know, when you lose 11 of your last 12, there's been times where they've been up 3.
Yeah.
There's been times where they needed 2 points to finish it out.
How about this for a sub? They bring in a setter we haven't seen at all today, Denitsa Markovic. First time on the floor. She has been very active on the sidelines analyzing. And that's bringing in Sambothi in the middle.
Oh.
Wow, the defense. Dodging bullets. Larson off the block.
The level of play on this last one. Blast to a dig in the left back. Blast to a Carlini dig. I love that Chassé aggressively swings.
So we'll take a look at this from the sideline. Obviously, it's dancing along. It's just a matter of if it grazed the left elbow area of Sambothi.
So hard to have convincing evidence. You can't see it, right?
Well, you got to look from the side.
They called a touch. They called a touch.
So they're reversing that score, overturning it, successful challenge, and Lexi Rodriguez is coming in to serve to propel Omaha into the semifinals tomorrow against Houston. Serve is good, trouble pass. It'll be Jordan Larson, way out of system. Takes a big time swing because she can, right? It's 24-20. It'll be match point again for Omaha.
I'm sure someone at some time told Jordan Larson, you got to swing for match point.
And you do. It'll be match point number 2.
Yeah, and on a good pass, honestly, you have no idea where this Omaha team is going to go, right? It's offense by committee. It's spreading the offense, diversifying.
Yeah, you can go to the governor outside. You can go to Drevniak, who's been outstanding, or you can use Thader in the middle. You've also got kubik-banks up the pipe.
Yeah.
Other than that, easy peasy. Match point in. Omaha does it. Outlast Madison, wins in 4 and advances to the semifinals.
I lost the house. I put it all on Madison tonight.
Wow.
Who would have thought?
They did, right?
And that's all that matters.
What a performance by Madison, led by Jordan Larson, who finishes with 14 kills, 2 errors, 33 attempts, and is standing by with Michaela Chester.
Jordan, congratulations. I've just got to ask, putting this into perspective, you've had a long career, considered one of the greatest of all time, but just put into perspective what this means, leading this Omaha team in the inaugural LOVB Finals.
Yeah, it's huge. It's been a long season. We've had our time, and I feel like we were due, and so I'm just really proud of us for staying with it. I think we just tried to stay positive as long as we could, so I'm really proud of our team.
Jaylee Winter said, you guys know how to win when the lights come on. How did it all come together right here in the biggest moment?
Yeah, just stacking days. I think we just put in a lot of work the last couple weeks and just really believe that we can do it, and I think you saw us tonight, and I'm just really proud.
Jordan, congratulations. Good luck.
Thanks.
I mean, just an incredible performance. An Omaha team who had won one of their last 11 matches. And they put it all together. What are you going to remember from this one?
Magic, right? This is 2 matchups tonight where we got 2 surprises. That first one, Austin, so much struggles with close sets, so much struggles with 5th sets, and they broke through. And then Omaha, they struggled with everything this season and got the band back together at the right time, playing to a sold-out show here.
Just incredible. Atlanta and Houston, the 1 and 2 seeds respectively, had a bye, so they were watching this. We will start off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Austin versus Atlanta on ESPN2, followed by Omaha versus Houston. What an incredible semifinals we've got on tap. It has been electric, led by the governor himself. The addition of Stivrins, for my partner Kevin Wong, for Michaela Chester and our fantastic crew. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson. Semifinals tomorrow starting 6:30 Eastern on ESPN2. We hope you join ya. This is the League One Volleyball Finals weekend.